Hello and welcome to Opinions Plus. The topic for today is Taylor Swift as a particular, but the general topic is women's rights, women in society today. I didn't know Swift from anybody. I mean, I'm really not a very engaged person on the music scene, but I heard these four white males on some Zoom thing, some conservative, so-called conservative talking heads, all, I guess, in their mid 30s, and I guess they're, focused on their evangelical religious context of things. But it was vitriol against this woman, just putting her down on everything, her clothes, her personal habits, or impact on society, all these things, how they're leading American women and women around the world astray. I thought, that is just stupid. Stupid statements from men who have an agenda. And they want to set back things. They want to control. They want to control women. They want to control to have their appetites satisfied, and that's about it. They're not looking at progress. They're not looking at development. They're not looking at the future of people, not just women, people. Women have been put down and subjugated for years and years and years, thousands of years. It should not be. Nowhere near that, I mean, I was listening to a Buddhist on, the beginning of Buddhism, and, they were talking about how women were, how do I say, respected in the day that Buddha became Buddha. That was a long time ago, what, 2,500 years? And he was having a problem, integrating women into the Buddhist philosophy. Why? Because of the social context. Apparently, that's at least one person's view. Because women were inferior. Women were nothing. Women were just, to satisfy the man. That's it, period. Produce children. That's it, period. Take care of the house. Okay, that's it, period. Not to grow, not to nurture, not to develop, not to become, um, pillars of the community. Some did, because their abilities just shown and overcame these biases, but not many. And this Buddhist author said, well, there were several women that did achieve some success in the Buddhist community, in the early Buddhist community. But again, there's a bias there. There's almost a evilness built in to the woman, the temptress, like in some of the stricter Muslim communities with the burqas. They are there to cover the woman so it doesn't tempt men. Like, these guys can't control themselves. I mean, are they whacked out that much that they can't even take care of their own, appetites if they saw an ankle? And, I mean, the Taliban showed how rigorous they had controlled this in their society. And it's horrible. It's just horrible. And the violence, though, was against women. Not just in America, the domestic violence and all that, but all around the world. Women are becoming more stronger and more able to integrate into the leadership roles of society. Slowly, it says, back then, back in the Buddha time, slowly they grew. Well, how long does it take? How many generations of young women have to suffer before we get it through our thick skulls that they are people? People. Taylor Smith is a person. Yes, a woman, a person with equal rights, equal, social skills, developing. She's a real estate mogul. She's got, record contracts and all these things, making millions and millions of dollars. Then these four clowns had to put her down, had to try to demean her. Well, they can't demean her. She's not going to let these people, impact her thinking. But she's impacted. She creates, from a little bit I looked at, just the registration, the voter registration in America went up considerably, thousands, if not a million, maybe more. I can't remember the exact number, but just on her voter registration drive, getting young people engaged to use their rights of the vote. Important, vital. And what do these clowns do? Talk about her dress. Talk about her, it's pathetic. How pathetic can a man be? I don't know her personality. I don't know, what her, business ventures are. I don't know if she's, bought businesses and sold them and kicked people out of work and all that, as many men have done over the years. But men are sacrosanct. You can't, it's really insane. I use the word insane about that dictator of the day thing, but it is. It's a bias that's built into the humankind. We've got to get rid of it. It is more one of the benefits of the internet, I have to say, although it has some very negative connotations and controls, changes all kinds of things, then we don't know what the outcome of those changes are going to be. But the internet is allowing people to understand that they have rights, that they have privileges, that they can do more. Yes, they're confused. The internet confuses people more than it directs people. There's just too much information flowing out there at any time. And if you're not able to analyze and critically think about the issues that are before us, which are vital issues, your environment, for crying out loud, your world, war, horrible war. I fought in a war. It's stupid and insane. There's nothing good about it. It is reality. And we need people that fight. There's no two ways about it. But is it good? Is it reasonable? Is it what we should do? No, of course not. This Putin clown going into the Ukraine, why? And calling these guys Nazis? Then you got a whole population that believes this guy? Just let the country be. They can't be, though. Arrogance, power, in the hands of men primarily. Will women be better? I don't know. Who knows? Can women be influenced by evil? Of course they can. Look at Cleopatra. There's a lot of history there. She wasn't, just a goody, beautiful woman or whatever. She ruled with an iron fist. And there's nothing new, man. Nothing. Absolutely nothing is new. This is old stuff coming to the fore. And Taylor Swift and women like her are creating an environment that is important. That she has that power, she has that influence, she has the ability to create wealth and value. She's hiring people. She's, these um, tours make billions of dollars. It's a business. And these clowns can't see that. They talk about fiscal conservatism. They don't even understand what it means to make a buck. It's it's nuts, and they're nuts. Like I should write these names down when I do these clips, but you, those who are listening, I'm sure you've seen these right wing white males talking, and there's a lot of people. Doesn't just have to be white males. There's a lot of people that are clouded in their judgment. All you have to do is go to the good. You go to the good. And these men are not going to the good. They're trying to influence people to put a woman down. There's too much of that. She's a talented individual. Respect the talent. Why does she have to fight? Why not just enjoy the value that she gives us? Whether you like the music or not. But they can't, because it's all vengefulness. That is not going to the good. That is not Christian. It's not. I don't care how you want to cut it. It is not the way Christ lived. He went to the good. He was the good. Live it. Be it. Agape. And that's what women's rights are all about. Accepting. Respecting the woman for being a person, an individual. That's it. She shows it. They hate it. That shows something about them, doesn't it? It shows their shallowness. It shows how shallow, really shallow. It's a good word. They are. They might be providing for their families and doing what is necessary to, keep body and soul together. But their influence is based on hatred, anger, vengeance. And that is not good. Nothing of what they said was of any value or promoting any value of this woman. It was all taking her down for them. I'm sorry about the name bit. I should have gotten that. But it's not unheard of. Go to the good. Taylor Swift is, a professional person who's done wonders, millionaire, and I respect that. There's a lot of problems with this country with, one group of people making millions and millions and other people making, $15 an hour. I understand. It is not a clear-cut thing. And she is not perfect in her whatever she does. Nobody is perfect. But to lay on that type of anger and resentment and blame because she's increasing the voter rolls, which is their right, their privilege. They should be honored that she does that. Good God, and praise her for that. But they don't. Thanks for listening. Go to the good. Keep hope alive. It's always the critical thing. Hard to do. Hard to do. But it must be done. Find ways to do it. And I'm going to share some of the spoke of the Buddhist stuff. I'm going to share one of the things I gleaned from them, which is a reasonable approach to things. It's not a deity issue. It's not a religion. It's a way of life. And you can, use it, whether you're Christian or Muslim or whatever. You can use the Buddhist philosophy in your everyday life. There's nothing problematic about it. It gets little, because humans have to have some kind of, hero worshiper thing going on. So, Siddhartha and all that has to become the Buddha. But anyway, that's another story. Thanks for listening. Take care. If you like what you hear, subscribe. And if you can send a link on to someone, please do. Hit the like button for whatever it does. And thank you. Keep hope alive. If I don't have another clip before Christmas, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the season. Enjoy the spirit of renewal, of hope, of charity. Enjoy it. Thank you for listening. Bye now.